And we are live. I hope you can hear me. I do hope you can hear me. Let me put this in full screen. Okay, so let's get this. So we are not interrupted. Boy, it was quite a time getting this set up. Just trying to get it working. Um, I think it looks pretty good though. Yeah, wait a minute. Docs, chat, see if Brazen. I'm sounding great. Oh, good. That is good. Good, good, good. Okay, so, um, oof, I'm telling you, yeah, it was, figuring out how to put all this together. So it's the most beneficial for you guys. So I think I got something working. I don't know. We shall see. So, um, sip of water. Um, I am going to do basically the same thing. There are some slight changes. The angle of the lemons are different. And I just pushed that second lemon into basically the background, so it will be there, but not really. And the trick is so that when you look at the painting, you'll know that that is the other lemon slice in the background or in the shadow area. So it's painting that lemon in the shadow. So I'm going to start drawing and getting the drawing in. Um, yeah, I'm worried about the sound. I really am. I'm going to move this then a little bit closer. My microphone. And okay, my brushes today, I'm going to use an array of brushes. I don't know which ones I'm going to use. Uh, this one for sure, and this one probably for sure, maybe that one. I'm not sure, so I just pulled them out today. Today is going to be kind of, oh, oh, that's so cool. No echo. Something's happening. So I'm going to be using, I'm just going to pick and choose as I'm going along. So my focus today is to be able to paint the light side of that lemon and get the angles right again. In yesterday's painting, I still didn't get it right. We'll see if I can manage to do it today. I'm having a lot of trouble with it. Um, and yeah, that's okay. And so my palette is basically the same. I've added a cad red just in case. And just gonna focus in on getting the drawing in. I'm gonna paint the way I normally paint today to see if I can actually get uh, these lemon slices the way they ought to be. Okay. So I'm gonna just take a little round brush just to do some basic drawing. Is that me making sound? Well, it is what it is. Can you hear me now if I'm talking this way? Probably not that well. Let me make one adjustment. Okay, I'm imagining you can hear this. I'll see if this works. Okay, so I'm just getting some liquid on here. I guess you can't see it. Let me move it over. Do you see that little blotch of stuff? That's liquid, just the original liquid. And it's great to use, especially if you're beginning and if you're doing studies as well. Um, I'm just going to use burnt sienna. I've prepared the canvas already. And let me get the thirds in. Just eyeing it. That looks better. Wish I had some music to play for you, Brazen. Hmm. So I'm painting it larger than what the actual lemon is. Just trying to get, okay, thanks, Brazen. You said I'm fine facing the easel. That's good news. Here we have that triangle. This lemon is resting here, and its counterpart is resting about there. We'll still get a little bit of okay. Time to go in with the darks. The darks. Okay. Again, I'm going to go with my uh, classic, how I normally paint. And what I'm trying to do is pick up the things that I learned this week, like using paint. Just going to basically put that into. Just want to put in the darks. That's kind of what's going on. And then from this pile here, I'm going to mix a green. It's going to be a bluish green. Can add a little bit of, like, just a tad of the red. which will really gray it down and makes a great shadow color because this is a yellow lemon. And as we said, it's basically reflecting from this tabletop, which is blue. And so I'm going to go in and just get the basic, make it all basically the same green. Just getting that in and doing the same thing over on this side. Okay. So I hardly ever use green in the shadow areas. So it's one of the things that I'm just trying for part of the practice of these 30-day lemons. See if I can pull it off. Adding the complement to this yellow that, purple is the complementary color to the yellow. And I'm using that just to get the basic local color in. Okay. pick up this filbert brush. You can see that, right? And just want to put in a little bit of the background. I'm going to go with burnt sienna right now, which is basically what the wash is. Adding some yellow ochre to that to lighten it up without using white. Okay. See if I can pull it off in time. And again, the burnt sienna is um, will gray down the blue and also create that color harmony with the background. It's kind of slightly fading back there. Adding some of the mix that I made. Helps create color harmony. For now, all we want to do is just get the blue in. Because then you can stand back and look at it and kind of gauge what the heck is going on, right? So one of the things going on is cast shadows. Adding just a little bit of the table color. As the shadow moves back towards the wall. Okay, and adding a little bit of the wall color into that same shadow mix for the shadow here on the wall. Going back into basically blue and burnt sienna. We got this spot in here in between the lemons. Can you see that in the image? I guess it doesn't show, it's a different angle. I'm at a different angle. Uh, there's a little bit of the table in between this triangular shape that's happening. And it just has to go in there. Scraping up. So I have this lint-free rag. And I'm not using turpentine today. I'm just using the oil and dipping it in the oil and rubbing it in, and most of the paint comes out. You actually don't need turpentine or mineral spirits. All you need is linseed oil. And when it's for washing brushes, you don't even need to get the high quality linseed oil. Uh, you need to have the high quality linseed oil. But what I normally do is I have two jars. One is with the stuff you can get at the hardware store, and the other is with the high quality linseed oil. So when I'm washing my brushes, I'll put it in the cheap stuff and get the paint out and wipe it down really good. And then I dip the brush in the high quality linseed oil and again clean it off, dry it off before going back into painting. It's really great to help keep your brushes um, just working beautifully for years. You can seriously do it for years. Okay, I'm going to move to a smaller brush right now and a softer one. So I'm going to go with this one right here. It's um, a synthetic brush, supposedly to be like sable hair, which it isn't, but uh, picking up this greenish bluish. I want a greenish blue, a grayish greenish blue. Working to get a very, very dark greenish blue for this area right here. Okay, and into this mixture right here, I am going to add some of this lemon yellow, just a tiny bit. I think it needs some more, so it's a bit too green still. And this yellow here just looks it's just a little bit warmer. It's not a yellow ochre. It's not a straight cad yellow. Making the value just a little bit lighter. To mix in with the green that's already there. Oh, you're still listening. I'm not talking very much, Brazen. I'm concentrating. Adding a little bit of the burnt sienna with yellow ochre for the shadow of this lemon that's on the wall. Just to distinguish it a little bit. And I think also I will try and get the wall from the board that the lemons are sitting on to where the wall is. You know, that little crease in there, that little mark. I want to get it, but I don't want it to stand out. I'm not going to do like a sharp line there. Okay. So now that I have kind of an idea of what's going on, I'm going to go work on the main lemon, that shadow area as well. And first get the reflected light from this lemon. Just making a color that is not going to glare. Try a little bit of the yellow ochre with quinacridone and see what that does. Kind of a pinkish, not what I want. Little dab of the green, and it's kind of just a very bland color. Really not what I'm looking for. Mixing just burnt sienna into the cad yellow for that area there. Okay, just getting a better sense of form. I know, I think in the photo reference, this area doesn't show up very much. How am I doing on time? Ooh, I've got about 20 minutes left. Okay, so let's get a better feel for the star of the show. And like yesterday, you don't need to paint everything in. You want to get the feel of it. That's what your focus is on. There we go. And now laying on thicker paint. This area here is really quite interesting. It's almost greenish in some areas. That's what this side looks like. And adding some white to get, um, this where the light is shining in on these this lemon slice. Putting in a slightly blue light. That's not too bad. I think this one's turning out much better. So giving this little, oh, today I'm feeling much better about this little painting. Oh, hold on, folks. Losing. Did I come back? There I am. Okay. Give me a second. I'm going to plug into. There we go. So the only real thing left to do is this the pith. Okay, much better. So what's happening is because of this quick practice, these little uh, daily lemon paintings, is that I'm much more comfortable painting something that's not all perfectly rendered and enjoying that. Like it doesn't all need to be perfectly rendered. And I'm I really am enjoying this part. Want to get cool. Okay, so now just a real quick coming in with the table or the board, right? That just Getting a sense of, not going to play around too much with it. But adding a little bit more of the burnt sienna in to gray down that blue. And pick up a little bit of this green. Okay. Hey, Stewie. How are you doing, my friend? Are you still here? It's good to see you. Yeah, colored pencils, no matter what you're using, it's all basically the same thing. So no, you don't need to be painting uh, in oils. The same things apply. My daughter is a digital artist, and today she was working on a portrait, and exactly the same concepts apply even when she's doing her characters. She's not doing uh, um, portraits of people. She's creating her own characters, but you know, you're creating form, and to create form, it's basically the same process. Let me get a little bit, just a real dark, 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 dark for a cast shadow. I want to expand it a little bit, make it a little bit more dynamic. Okay. Again, I'm feeling pretty good about this one. How are you doing? Let's see if there's There we go. And I am stopping there. Delay. Hold on. Get the microphone over here so you can hear me. I've seen several artists who use a wood dowel to rest their arm on while they paint, like you resting yours on your other wrist. Yes, I I never um I never took on to that wooden dowel thing. I had one for a while. Um, I think when I'm resting on my own arm, it just feels like I have more control. I and if I were doing, highly realistic portraits and things like that, yeah, I think I would get one of those wooden dowels and work with it that way again. But I haven't really moved into portraits. Can't say that um I don't know. I just haven't hasn't pulled me enough. So I guess been here an hour and 5 minutes. So I'm pretty much within the hour on this one. And what's important about doing the same painting for 3 or 4 times, working on the studies, right, is that you get a deeper understanding of the subject, in this case, the lemon. You get a deeper understanding of it. You know how to paint it better, what you need to do, and when you are uh, pushing yourself, stretching yourself by doing things that you usually don't do on one day, and then the next day you do something else that you usually don't do. Hey, Brazen, you're still here. Yay! Hi, hun. So when you push yourself to do that, you're stretching yourself, you're making mistakes, you're having a hard time. And then when you come back to the way that you normally paint or draw or whatever it is that you do, you will have that expansion of these new experiences with you. So you become a more expanded artist. You become a better artist because of it. So that's what I'm focusing on this week. I stayed with um, the same structure, these two lemon halves, basically in the same way, except for today I changed it a little bit. And today I like what I did. Uh, um, and I mean much better than the day than yesterday and the day before. So of course I like what I did today, but it's not that it's a great, detailed and highly refined study. What it is um, a deeper understanding of painting the planes of the lemons, a deeper understanding of new colors that I don't hardly ever use, a new understanding of the dynamics of the composition, right? I and how to make it work better. And today I like what I did. Um, Tomorrow, if I do the same thing, I would imagine it would be even better. So so yeah, that's the whole point, you guys. Keep stretching yourselves. You don't need to change who you are as an artist, how you draw, how you paint, how the things that you like or what you don't like. You don't need to change that, but you should dip into these new techniques so that you learn them, you get a taste of it, and then you can incorporate it, like adding some little extra vanilla flavoring to a cake batter. It will just incorporate into the batter so that when you bake the cake, it's just a little bit more vanilla-y and tastes great, right? So I'm kind of the same thing. Oh boy, this was fun today. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you being here with me as I paint live, make my mistakes, mess up, have a few successes. It's nice to share that with you. I appreciate your being here. Okay, you guys, so tomorrow, I may have a trip to the city. So if I don't show up at 6, if I don't show up at 6, sure, honey. Well, we're closing up anyways. I wish you a fantastic day, my dear lady. Oh, you are such a love. Yeah, take care. Thank you, Stewie Arch. I really appreciate that. That's just really nice. But it's everything. It's everything. You all know I'm on this little tiny Greek island. I haven't got a lot of artists around me, except my daughter, but she comes and goes. She's not always here. So yeah, it's really lovely, heartwarming, um, and just a beautiful experience for me. So if you have any questions, be sure and get in touch with me. Ask me anything. If I'm not here at 6 o'clock tomorrow, I'll try and send a message into the YouTube community saying, can't do it today. So that's fine, if I can't make it tomorrow. All right. Have a beautiful day. Be inspired, be creative, be you, and get your paints out, your pencils, your drawing pad, everything. Let's get going. Bye, you guys. See you later. Have a great weekend if I don't